Hello everyone, thank you for tuning in to Any Day Blessings. Today I'm going to start my subject by subject videos for our first grade plan. And if you didn't see the overall video for first grade, it's up on my channel here. I'm just going to open up to the first unit and have this as a reference so that you know how Heart of Dakota is set up. But my other video, I go into a little bit more about the boxes and kind of the thought behind the setup here, as well as I can understand it. But for today, I'm just going to go over our plan for this box here, the fine motor skills and handwriting box, and I hope to have these other videos up shortly as well as I get resources in here. So for the fine motor skills, the way that the guide is laid out is on day 1, 3, and 5, they schedule activities in rod and staff workbooks. Now, I'm going to show you those workbooks, and I'm just going to kind of say at the beginning here that when you look at them, they're actually scheduled for pre-K and kindergarten in the rod and staff catalog. But the point of this box is not necessarily the content of the rod and staff books. The point of this box is to develop the fine motor skills, to strengthen those muscles needed to help your child in handwriting and preventing fatigue and those sorts of things. So it's really more about developing fine motor skills. So when you look at the rod and staff books, don't be kind of surprised that the content is fairly simple and basic. When your child is trying to develop reading fluency, don't you drop down in reading level to encourage their confidence and help them with comprehension. Same is true with this skill. When you want to develop fine motor skills, don't give them the hardest words to copy and the hardest tasks to do with cutting, lots of corners and things. Give them simple shapes, give them easy tracing to do, things that don't require a lot of academic effort so that they can really work on honing those fine motor skills. I thought that was a great explanation for this box when I read that. So I hope that wasn't too lengthy. So for days 1, 3, and 5, we'll be using the rod and staff books. And then on days 2 and 4, they schedule handwriting out of the Reason for Handwriting program. We chose not to use that mainly because the way that program is set up, you actually have to copy Bible verses, and I'm all for that. But we want to prioritize the verses that our children will be learning at church just to kind of help them memorize that. So I'm going to print out these sheets for one day, because in A Reason for Handwriting, they practice letters one day, and then they start to move up to words another day. They pick various words out of the Bible verse, and then by the end of the week, they copy the whole Bible verse. That's kind of how A Reason for Handwriting is laid out. So I found this at handwritingforkids.com, and it goes through the whole alphabet, and then there are different options. You can actually select just words that begin with the letter, or have several letter A's so that they get the practice of writing within a word. You can have like a mix that has the letter practice and then a word or two done here. So there are different options at handwritingforkids.com. So we'll do this on day 2, and then on day 4, we will copy the Bible verse that we're working on as a family, because, like I said, we want to help our children memorize the verses that they're working on in their church class. So I don't want to add another verse right now from the handwriting book. So that's what we're doing for handwriting, and then I'll just show you here. These are the books that we're using on days 1, 3, and 5, and these are simple enough in content that I don't have to provide much direction. So this is going to actually be the Get the Morning Started seat work. If you're familiar with Confessions of a Homeschooler, she has that morning notebook. This is what we're going to do kind of in that time, because it is not very difficult, but again, it's all about developing those fine motor skills and giving extra practice with writing your best and cutting your best and coloring your best. So this will help kind of get our morning going and give my son something he can do independently with little direction from me. So that's how we're going to use these books and what we are doing for the Fine Motors box in the Little Hearts for His Glory first grade plan. So if you have any questions, please let me know, or any comments about what we've chosen. If you've used it and have any tips, I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much.